Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. As you can see, there is a slight difference in the, well actually there's two slight differences in the usual format. One being that I am very clearly under an umbrella right now, because even though it's not actually raining that heavily, I don't want the image to get smothered, so yes. I was originally just going to shield the camera and not worry about myself because I've got my Zane hoodie as usual. But whatever, it is what it is. So if you're wondering where I am right now, actually, I am near Crawley Hospital because I was actually visiting my grandmother here. Don't worry, she's perfectly fine. Well, most part. She's still like recovering a bit. But yeah, apparently the doctor's trying to agree whether to sign her off at the moment. So yeah, she will be A-okay. No doubt about that. And yes, that is the same grandmother who was in the video of MyStreet episode 18. Am I going down the right road? I think I might be going down a house road. I'm trying to do a circle around the building because I'm not too familiar with this particular area of Crawley. In fact, I'm not even sure if it is Crawley, because sometimes even though hospitals are named after certain places, they're not actually in the place itself. Oh well, enough rambling for now. Since I mentioned the Zane hoodie, I might as well address that first. That was... oh, I'm definitely in the wrong area. Look at this. Yeah. Okay. Not the right area. I'm not holding this brolly properly either. I don't have my usual free hand. Normally I alternate between the two hands holding the tripod because one hand usually gets tired. So I guess I'm going to do a bit of an arm workout as well. Can't really go too wrong, can you? Either way, like I was saying, some of you might have noticed that I did a Zane hoodie commercial, I say. And yes, that was very clearly a mockery of the random Zane hoodie promotions in between episodes of MyStreet Season 6. And the reason I uploaded that video there and unlisted it was because no one was actually meant to see it just yet. That's actually a section of another video, which is of course one of my reviews of MyStreet Season 6. So yeah, the thing is that what I do is I film certain things on my phone, like right now, and instead of emailing them to myself, I upload them to YouTube on unlisted. The only exceptions to that are of course Walking Wednesday videos. And I had my upload set onto public on the focus of Walking Wednesday, and as it turned out, I forgot to switch it, so that video became public for a matter of mere seconds really, but I've had people comment on it, surprisingly enough. Okay, my arm is getting very tired, I'm going to switch now. Yeah, there we go. Oopsie daisy. Okay. That was the least glamorous thing I've ever done in my life, but there you go. And on the subject of MyStreet reviews, the issue is that, I mean, even to this moment, the video for the third one is still uploading. And I might be wondering, why didn't I just upload the finished products of review of Reborn parts 1 and 2 and wait for 3? Well, because I had an idea. Since I am 3 reviews behind at the moment, I thought I would do the same thing that Jess did when she first started the season, which is she released the first 3 episodes on the exact same day, May the 5th, 2018. And as it turns out, I can do the same thing. I can upload the last 3 episodes of my review series all at once. So actually, I think it worked out rather well. In any case, I was told to move in this direction, but I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to actually get back or not, so I might have to do a bit of a 180 if this road isn't working. What isn't working? What am I saying? if the road doesn't take me to where I need to go. That's what I meant to say. The people at the hospital want me to actually mention them, and I guess I can do that. Yeah, so I've actually, whereas last time, I don't know if it was because they were different people or if it was because we were all focusing much more on my grandmother, we didn't actually talk to anyone else, any of the other patients. And yet it seems that they've actually established a very interesting dynamic between them. It's quite interesting to see. I mean, I've now got an idea for a book title thanks to one of them. Very wacky title, I must say, but it's apparently an inside joke between them and my nan. So yeah, definitely going to use that sometime in the future, and I'll mention which book it is if I ever do end up producing that. I ended up talking a bit about my books because I was writing one of them. And I do think I'm going to publish another book sometime in the very near future. In fact, I've got one series about football, which I was just writing in there, the 3rd edition of. I should publish the first one sometime soon, because I'm pretty sure the Women's Football League is still going on. So actually it would be the perfect time to coincide with that. If only I'd thought of that more, well, closer to the time, really. Okay, now I'm going to get to the end of this street and I'm going to try and figure out if I need to turn back or not, because it is a very, very possible thing that I will have to turn back. Let me just check. And yep, it would appear that I have not got a place to turn. So I'm going to do what I haven't done in these videos yet and do a 180 instead of doing a circle. I'm not very familiar with this particular area, but I do like to film in a different location every time I do one of these, which means I am going to eventually run out of locations to film in, but I'm sure I can manage something. I haven't done anything in Guildford yet, so that could be next week's location. Depends on what's actually going on. Because sometimes it is worth travelling for these particular things, but a lot of the time you just want to get that quick release of information into the world, or something along those lines. Speaking of information, I guess I can give you some information about what we're working on in Buttercore. I normally don't give spoilers because lots of things are for a particular series, well, 2 particular series that we haven't announced yet, so I can't really talk about this. But actually, this next one is Mutant Girl themed. So it turns out that the voice actor for Marwick was going to pitch an idea to me about a possible either second season or mini-series or movie to do with the characters of the Mutant Girl. I'm going to switch. That was so much easier that time. And he didn't pitch the idea because of another series that got pitched first, which would have interfered with the initial idea. In fact, I think one of the original protagonists of this season 2 or miniseries or whatever it is we end up calling it was the main character of this new series that's unannounced. I know I'm being very vague right now, but that's what I have to do. So I actually said, well, you should have at least told me anyway, because I'm honoured that someone even considered doing something else with my characters. And to anyone in Buttercore, if you do have any ideas, please pitch them to me. In fact, if anyone wants to actually join Buttercore with an idea, we can work that out. There's a lot that you don't know about what we're actually planning. So just be open if you do pitch an idea that it will have to be altered. And yes, I have altered the initial idea a bit. It's still very much Shiny's project, but I've enriched it a bit because it needed to change a little bit about what the core of what was going on to suit what our current plans are going forward. So yeah, that's the thing. We all have to be on the same page in Buttercore, very much so, because everything that we're planning is very, very intricate. So yes, I think we're probably going to release the series that that Jade is working on. So well, we're going to probably release that sometime soon. Normally I would want to keep hold of the footage for a while because unlike Mutant Girl, which is a monthly submission thing anyway, I think that the other videos should be kept and stored until we can do a more regular uploading spree with them, just in case we run into roadblocks along the way, so we don't have to delay the series at all. So yeah, that's why I don't think we're going to do a release of the other series that I'm working on that anytime soon. But the series that Jade is working on, that might change because it's Pride Month and there is actual themes within that series that match with the values of Pride Month. So it would actually be very good to upload them now. And actually, to be perfectly honest, I can put that in the title of the video, and that would be brilliant. I think that's everything for this week, actually. There's not much that has really happened outside of today at the hospital, or in general, with Buttercore. I mean, yes, we've still got... I guess I haven't talked about the fact that I've planned to pitch a movie idea, but that's going to be on the back burner because I want to focus on Shiny's and Jade's ideas first. And also upload the episode 4 of the Mutant Girl, which will be coming out on schedule. June 17th is the next episode upload. So, what was that? 5 days from now? Yes, 5 days. And episode 4 will be out. I've still got a few animations to work on and one more scene to film, but apart from that, we are ready to go. And this time, we're going to have some outtakes. Oh yeah, one last thing actually, now I remember. In terms of the Mutant Girl, next episode you won't notice it because it was recorded before anything happened, but one of our voice actors has left the cast because there was personal things that she had going on in her life, so Baby Satan is no longer in Buttercore. And no, it's not like she's been fired or anything. I would never do that to her. She was always very committed, but I do understand the reason that she left, or reasons. It got very complicated, and in some regards, Buttercore isn't the healthiest of environments. We're still working on that. So there will be 2 new voice actors, one of which is actually Jade, who will be voicing the characters that Maya voiced originally. So yes, thank you, Baby Satan, for your time with us, and if you do return in the future, then I don't know if I'll give you your characters back because that's not fair on the 2 new ones, but either way, we'll see. We'll see. We can definitely still give you the roles that you were talking about in the other series, because that one was a very exciting prospect for you, and you were going to write one of the episodes with us. I guess I can carry on without you now, but whatever. Whichever way, I don't mind. You do you recover, and we all wish you the best. I mean, well, it's not like we're saying goodbye. You're still very much in our Discord groups. But yes. Good luck with whatever it is that you need. And that is actually it. So thank you for listening to me this week. It's slightly shorter than the usual ones because, well, it just is, and I didn't really know the area, so I don't want to wander too far, really. So yes, please do leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, farewell.